Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. And today, we're on board the USS Slater in Albany, New York, which is a magnificently restored World War II era destroyer escort. Today, I'm joined by
Paul Ferrace, president of USS Cod Submarine Memorial, and just honored to be here aboard the Queen of Historic Warship Restorations.
So, being an expert on American submarines means you're also an expert on counter-submarine warfare, anti-submarine weapons. What are we looking at right now?
We're looking at a Hedgehog. This was a real game changer. In the war against the U-boats, seconds counted. If a submarine is diving, you had 15 seconds to engage him before he's underwater. So shaving seconds off was critical, and when you could, it resulted in a vast increase in the number of U-boat sinkings. Well, the problem with our depth charges here is their roll-offs. You had to be literally over the submarine. You could spot a submarine on the surface and then turn toward him. You might engage him with your 3-inch 50, but you had to actually be over him to let loose your depth charges.
And if you're directly over him, you can't hear him on your sonar.
Well, and is he going to stay where you last saw him dive?
Not if he's any good.
And as much as I don't want to encounter a depth charge, after the war we did some testing and discovered that depth charges had to explode within 20 feet of the pressure hull to kill the sub. Otherwise, you're just loosening fillings and breaking china. So to eliminate the time gap between sonar acquisition or visual acquisition and arriving over the site to drop your depth charges, the Hedgehog was a forward-throwing, basically mortar system. It had a nominal 200-yard range. So your sonar picks up the target, say like a deer in your headlights, but there's a 200-yard gap. And conventionally, prior to the Hedgehog, in that time it took to get to 200 seconds, those are critical seconds that the U-boat is obviously going to make a radical turn. But with Hedgehog, you acquire the submarine, you launch Hedgehogs. Now these all ripple fire, and they seem, they're slightly askew, each one, but the point is when they arrive at this point ahead of the boat, they're hitting the water in roughly a circle to increase the possibility. Now they have a relatively small warhead, but they have contact fusing. So if you miss, you've got a beautiful circle of splashes and nothing. But if one of these contacts the U-boat, you're going to get a kill shot. And they are trainable. There we go.
Everything on USS Slater still works. You guys have to come out and experience this ship.
I'm so jealous, and I was just wondering if I should be doing that. But anyway, so the Hedgehogs really increase the lethality of our surface ships. The U-boat sinkings take a really steep climb on the chart.
The 300 and 200 pound Mark 6 and Mark 9 depth charges are kind of difficult to reload. They've got a J davit that we'll show you later that helps with that. Hedgehogs are man portable. How much did you say these weighed, Paul?
About 78 pounds.
Yeah, so that's easy for a single sailor to move them. So on some ships, they would have ready service magazines of these nearby, similar to this one right here. Now this one is the ready service ammo for the 3-inch mount 31. So there isn't room for a locker right here for these. But if you come back here, you can see a magazine of Hedgehogs already ready to be pulled out. If you'd like to see the conclusion of this video where we talk about earlier types of depth charges, click the link in the description below to go over to USS Cod's page. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to USS Slater, if you'd like to support the ongoing restoration of this excellent World War II destroyer escort. Make sure you come out and visit her in Albany, New York. You can support Battleship New Jersey by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about us on our channel. And you can support USS Cod by going over to that video and watching it on their channel. Thanks for watching.